part three. No, we just gonna get to the nitty gritty. So like I said, the old school car parks up to the spot. I'm kind of looking around, looking at my fellow trainees do the job, and all right, trying to see what ways I can learn to get a grasp of it. How can you get the crowd's attention? How can you demand that they do what you want without sounding overbearing? You want to do it nicely. And the old school transportation car gets ready to take off, and this parent is standing with their kid, and I guess they weren't paying. I mean, you're distracted by so many things, and to be honest, I couldn't honestly recall all that happened. All I know for a fact was that this little kid stepped off the curb, and the car hit the kid. Now the car wasn't going fast. Not that I know that doesn't matter. A car hit a kid, but yeah, it was like, I mean, barely crawling, but it was like, I mean, that's the first time I had ever seen that at any theme park. It was pandemonium that day. Now, I'm not totally sure what happened after. I know after we saw that, they kind of brought us all in. They said, all right, let's go get all the trainees. Let's take them backstage. And maybe we should debrief about what just happened and how's everybody feeling. So it didn't end up being, it's not like they shut down the park or that the kid was like, all doing geometric shapes with his body, doing mathematical dance and stuff. It wasn't nothing like that. But yeah, it was definitely an attention getter. Woke you up, Definitely made sure, whenever I'm out there working, let me make sure the character is away from wherever that old school car goes, wherever the transportation goes. And that's part of it, making sure people aren't in the street because, they figure it's a theme park and you can definitely walk down the street. But of course, you don't want just people just standing there because then when the transportation cars come up, maybe people aren't paying attention. Especially today, I'm sure people are looking at their phones. But wild time. And since I have a little bit more time, I guess I'll just talk about being a character host. So I said you can be anywhere in the park, both parks for the most part. Anywhere you have ever heard of seeing a character or seen a character host can potentially be there. To the point to where I've worked overnight, like grad night parties over in Tomorrowland with Star Tours and stuff, which was a sick night. I've worked with Halloween across from the Matterhorn. They had a little space where you worked with like very rare Halloween characters that come out. I've worked with Santa Claus in the hotels. Yeah, so being a character host was pretty sick. You're everywhere, see everything.